Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So, a firestorm of controversy has been surrounding me lately, and I've been wondering how to address it. I was considering reintroducing myself and talking about what motivates me as a gamer and a YouTuber, but let's just cut to the chase, and here I'll address the two most pressing issues. One, why I talk about mobile game shutdowns, and two, how I don't fit the mold of your average YouTuber, which seems to upset people. So, why do I talk about mobile game shutdowns? One of my hobbies is to follow the fascinating industry of Japanese mobile games. Some people follow politics, some people follow celebrity gossip, some people follow media industries. You might be familiar with Yong Ye or Jim Sterling, or sometimes Maximilian Dude. They report the news of more the Western console side of gaming. I see myself as doing a similar thing, but whereas they talk about the industry as a whole, when I do reporting, it is usually through the lenses of the games that I personally play. My crash course on Japanese mobile game shutdowns series is, I think, the first time I've talked about the industry as a whole. I used to cover like Monster Strike and Brave Exvius, and I never really talked about shutdowns there because I never felt they were in danger of shutting down. Brave Exvius Global pissed me off for a variety of reasons, but I never thought they would shut down, so I didn't bring it up, and sure enough, the game is still going on, years later. But shutdowns are a part of the industry, and to deny that they happen is to, deny that businesses go bankrupt or products are discontinued. Pan Am Airlines, book your flight today. Microsoft Zune, on sale now. I'm being facetious, but shutdowns are a part of the reason why the mobile game industry is so interesting to follow, because they are markers for what is and is not successful in the industry. The biggest companies still have no idea what makes a long-term successful mobile game. Square Enix employs the strategy to release a bunch of mobile games just to see what sticks, and they shut down games that aren't working in a year or less, typically. Taking into account all Japanese publishers of mobile games, like half a dozen games start up every month and half a dozen games shut down every month, so we have a lot of data to analyze and find patterns within. And knowing those patterns, Nier Reincarnation keeps giving me reasons to worry, so I keep talking about shutdowns. If they stopped to do it, I would stop talking about it. I won't repeat the signs of danger that I see. I'll link to those videos below. Instead, I'll talk about the notions I've seen in comments on my channel, that my coverage is negative, that I am scaring away new players, that I am discouraging players from spending, that I need to do more to support the global community. First of all, I don't consider my coverage of shutdowns as negative. I am reporting what I observe. If a local news channel reports about a flood, is that negative? No, it's not. A flood is a bad thing, but that does not make the coverage of it negative, and it's actually a good thing to tell people that there is a flood, rather than hiding it from people and letting them wonder why their power is out. Nier Reincarnation is special because it has, I'm guessing, a higher than normal percentage of the player base, where this is their first ever mobile game, and this is due to the strength of the brand name from the console entries. Mobile games are so different from console games, not only in the gameplay and the structure of game modes and stuff, but in how the games are run and their business model. Folks coming from console games may not even know that mobile shutdowns are a thing, and I think that is a pretty important thing to raise awareness about. Like, hey, there's a flood out there, don't go driving off a washed out bridge. Part of the reason why I bring up the threat of shutdown is to emphasize that mobile games are ethereal things, and that being mindful and present is especially important here because we may not have the chance to do so in the future, although I lay out some possible scenarios for the game content post-shutdown in my series that I link to below. People say I'm scaring people away from spending in the game. If by that you mean I'm educating people that mobile games are entertainment services and not physical products, then sure. But I would rather be truthful when it comes to people's real-life money, rather than deceiving them and saying, oh yeah, this game will be around forever, spend with confidence. But again, I will say that spending in the game should be considered as like a live concert or like travel. It's entertainment in the moment, and if you do spend, you are supporting all of us, and thank you for doing so. People say I'm scaring away new players. I doubt that. If people watch my videos before they even try the game, and they ignore the amazing trailers, and they ignore how much praise I put on the game, and are more swayed by the possibility of Shutdown, then they probably weren't that interested in the game to begin with, and that's their loss. And finally, people are saying I need to do more to support the global community. I'm sorry, but I don't feel an obligation to do that. I am not a leader. I refuse. I am not a hype man. No one pays me to do it, so I won't do it. And I'm not a representative. I do not speak for you. I make videos for an audience of one, and that's me. I make the videos that I want to see because I enjoy the process. I'm not really focused on the outcome. If someone else gets something from it, fine, great, but it's not a motivator for me. I have over 10,000 subscribers, but that is not my fault. I have never said like, subscribe, turn on notifications once in my 7 years on YouTube. But I do admit that my videos are in English, so you could make the argument that I do this for the global community, as opposed to the JP community, so I guess you got me there. Also, and I can't stress this enough, Nier Reincarnation is weird. On paper, the game is not a formula for success. It's a small-time game that bends and breaks a lot of typical mobile game industry rules, and in my view, the battle's already won. The game got released, and more importantly for us, a global version was released. This is all gravy, this is a gift, and it's thanks to the wild cards Yoko Taro and producer Saito. And so, because of this unique nature, I truly believe there's nothing I can do, or anything the global community can do, to move the needle on the game in any way. To think that we can make a difference here, to think that we can influence Yoko Taro or his boss, is hubris. I'm repeating myself, but I still believe Global and JP will shut down at the same time, and that will be after the story reaches a satisfying conclusion. Now, depending on user engagement and revenue, that lifespan will be stretched out or moved up, and that's fun for me to note and analyze, theory crafting, as the kids like to say. But knowing Yoko Taro and producer Saito, the end result will most likely be the same. So I'm like, relax, let's enjoy the ride, but let's also be humble and open-eyed about it. Alright, let's see who gets upset by this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.